move on. It's spring. Football is here. We'll start off with Georgia.
Georgia Bulldogs.
They're going to get started up pretty quickly. Lovett and Ra Thomas these are some names. Now, this is their names to be on the list and guys that you want to be looking for. We have
they're back, huh?
We got direct access right over here at Athens. I got news straight from the sidelines.
They're good.
Anthony Evans, the Aaron Smith guy. There's some guys that's going to be playing, and of course they're ace in the hole. Guys, Georgia's going to be good on offense.
Very.
I don't think you already know what's.
So they got ATN back. Or ATN now.
Yes, Trevor Etienne. They say he's kind of like a Swift, like he was at Georgia.
I thought Swift was very good.
Very comparable to him. Georgia has 76% of their offense back.
Oh my gosh!
But the pieces missing. Here was the question: those pieces that are missing from Bowers and McCankey.
That's two big pieces.
Can they? Some dogs podcast. Now, don't shoot me. I'm not the messenger. This is Locker Room Sports Talk. Make sure you subscribe while you're here on the channel. Help us hit 500 by first of the month, please. Hit the subscribe button. There are 5,000 people on Facebook, and we can't even get 500 on YouTube. Why?
Nobody watches it. I guess.
I have 5,000 people.
I see people watching YouTube all the time. So
the pictures I put up of Spring Garden, Coach Rat sitting on the sideline. 38,000 people.
Just
come by that picture. 38,000 people come by that picture. That picture of the boy at Valley Head doing the squat, 21,000 today.
21,000.
Then can we get 500 on YouTube? YouTube's just hard. It's a whole nother animal. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
It's different. 76% of their offense is back. Georgia's offense is going to be very potent. But now this guy said, don't shoot me again, the messenger. This is from the film guy. Georgia's offense is going to be better this year. Now, these are from guys that are dog talking. They live in Athens. They talk Georgia like we do.
It's hard to believe.
We may do all the SEC teams through the summer.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They just do Georgia.
Oh.
And they're saying, hey.
Well, you got an experienced back. You got good receivers. You don't have your main two, but you still got good ones. Lovett was good last year. Dylan
Bell, this guy is playing there. It's going to be good. Look for him to have a great spring. Colby Young is a big guy, huge guy that transferred in from Miami. Look for him to add to it. Also, is Stockton – is he developing? That was a question that was posed. I like that question because, what if your guy goes out?
Yeah. You got a good backup now in Stockton. Vandergrift's gone.
Yeah.
He's probably more than likely going to be Kentucky's quarterback. He should be. And so Stockton, as an Alabama fan, I hope he's not, but I'm sure he is.
We hope he's not developing at all.
I like which it. I was wrong last year, but Daniels went out, and I was like, oh, good gosh, here comes Nussmeier. He's great.
But he was good.
He's not as good as Daniels. But
no. So we're looking, is Stockton going to be developing in the spring? These are things to look for as Georgia fans.
Maybe the top backup in the conference.
Yeah. Where's their defensive back room at?
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
They're going to start the 12th, which is Tuesday. Georgia will start Tuesday practice, and their practices will be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So we'll have sideline reporters down there 3 days a week, and we're going to bring in you great coverage right here, Locker Room Sports.
Yeah, we got some guys going there now. I got a message from one.
April the 13th will be their G-Day, Dean. If you want to go to Athens, we may go over there instead of going to Tuscaloosa, because you ain't going to be able to get in Tuscaloosa.
No.
You don't go to Athens April 13th. You'd have a better seat probably.
Oh, yeah. You're not getting into – not with DeBoer. DeBoer's the most famous man in Alabama right now.
Speaking of, good segue, Alabama.
How's it going? They've already practiced.
Huh? April the 8th to the 17th, the Tide's going to play their 8-day game. April the 13th.
Yeah, we ain't going to that.
No,
we decided that.
Watch it here. I'll go get a gallon of Milo's tea and make hamburgers right here at the house.
And it starts at what, 12? No, 2. 1.
I think it's two. I think it was 3.
It's not like college football season, 11, 3:30, 2:30.
Everybody's so curious. So watching the film, we had some people down there on the practice field because he has opened it for the media. Georgia is, you may get somebody to go cover. We're going to get somebody to cover, but there's no video.
I figure they would.
There's no video at Georgia.
Well, we got drones and everything.
Yeah, we're going to have something. Y'all hang around here. And before I get to Bama, I got a gripe, Dean. Let me gripe.
All right, gripe.
Do you remember back about 5 weeks ago having a conversation, and I said, let me tell you why Saban left. This person told me because they talked to this ex-coach at Alabama. Mm-hmm. Saban was sick of the kids and how they acted.
Yes,
he brought in a financial advisor to talk to him before the Rose Bowl. Mm-hmm. After the Rose Bowl, 18 players decided they were leaving. They did not want to put up with it. They were looking for a bag. And didn't I tell you that?
And this came out now. That's 100%.
On the life of anybody, I'm telling you, I got the news from it come through an ex-Alabama coach right here. I reported this 5 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And now this week, 27,000 viewers, 72,000 views on this channel. Breaking Saban retired because of this.
Something about behavior too, wasn't it?
That's what I reported. I done broke this a month ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's broke now big time.
But why, dude? I broke it a month ago.
Something about did you hear something about throwing helmets?
Yes, they showed their butt
after they lost. I had no idea.
Well,
but that wasn't all of it. A lot of it was what you see.
The news was he brought in the advisor after the game when they lost. They didn't want to hear none of that crap. They want their money, coach. We just want to know when we come back next year, are we playing? And how much money are you going to pay me? I quoted on the video. I'll pull it up right now.
Yeah. Saban, you did.
Saban said he was so mad he couldn't even talk or swallow. He was so mad. I can't believe this is what this game that I love has come to. I've been fooling with this since the 50s.
Then he gave it up later that week.
Yeah. We knew, most people that had any sense of following kind of felt like this NIL stuff has changed a lot. The portal stuff has changed a lot. But here, that's me. I'm done griping. I broke the story 5 weeks before anybody did. And they're getting thousands, 100,000 views. And mine's got like 100. If you don't subscribe to and know.
Well, he just didn't want to fight it.
Did I get lucky and catch this story? Maybe. But I have a lot of stuff that we do, that we break stuff that happens way before any of these other people tell it. I don't know why. Sometimes we get lucky, sometimes not. But I'm standing on business right here. I think we have a good show. This is 5 years of doing it. Uh-huh. You got to subscribe to this channel and share it to people. And if you don't just believe in us, but you just like sports news in general, it's here.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, we have fun. Yes, we joke about Paul and Tyson fighting. Yes, we're talking about news from Russell Wilson, but still
we
sports news.
Now, we don't have nobody going with drones going over Georgia's
of course
practice.
Not. But I just can't understand that. So
I actually, and I hope you don't take this wrong, I thought that I bought that, but I thought it also might be, that Alabama looked bad early in the year. And I thought
that look on his face at South Florida,
he kind of got them turned around. I thought he might be like, this is a great time to get out.
One of the shows we did that week, the thumbnail on the video was the picture of Saban with his head down at South Florida. We talked about it. You said, man, they just don't look fired up. And
they look good all year, really.
Something's going on.
And they nearly won they would have won a national championship. They
didn't look together.
Yeah.
They look kind of mamby-pamby. We talked about it.
Yeah, let's be honest, they shouldn't have beat Auburn.
No. But here's something else.
31.
Now that I'm done griping. You just subscribe to the channel. I'm breaking it. We broke this a month before anybody else did. You can go back on channel right now and find it. It's the picture of me like this with a mic and picture of money around the edge of the screen. And look when I broke it. But here's what I don't like. when other people started talking about this, they said, well, Saban's done because he can't compete anymore. So, okay.
I mean, he's getting older.
If he can't compete anymore, and since Saban retired because, well, it's just all even now. That's the only reason it is. I mean, but he can't do the tide. But Bear's dead and you're digging up his bones. Dang.
That's funny.
Tell me, who was number 2 in recruiting this year?
Alabama.
And who's the head coach now?
Kellen DeBoer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who has had the number 1 recruiting classes more than anybody?
Saban.
All through the portal, through NILs. Well, he just couldn't buy players and keep them at Alabama no more. Everybody gets to pay them now. They've always paid players.
Yeah, he still did a good job. He's got a mind.
Players
like no
have
other.
always been paid. So stop telling the story that the only reason Saban retired is because it's more even now. He's been dominating when it was NIL and portal was going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's always.
Did he win the title? No. Georgia did twice. But who's recruiting these kids? Them and Bama. Georgia and Bama. And Georgia and Bama. Go look at the stats. I don't tell you a lie. So
yeah.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear he's getting out of it because it's more even now. What?
I don't believe that. I mean,
why? What? But
he won.
I can prove it's not because you can look back and see who was number 1 recruiting class year after year after year after year.
Right.
And it ain't like he just. Well, Bama finished 27th in recruiting this year. Now that I'd go, well, they fell off because things is just evened out now, and it's just more even. And Saban can't just buy players anymore. They finished 27th in recruiting. They finished second.
All right, guys, he won 6 in 17 years. That also means he didn't win it 11 times. So it's always been competitive. And
the years he didn't win it, he lost in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always been competitive. I mean, I don't think, and it may be more competitive, but it wasn't like he was just winning it every year and drilling everybody.
He just can't keep up no more, Dean. It's the playing field's even.
The only time.
No, it's not even. Why can't Louisiana Monroe go recruiting by these players? Because it's not even. Stop saying that.
The only team he had, to me, that just had no trouble with anybody was the
2020 team.
Yeah.
They just beat all right everybody. Mac and all them, that team was Waddle and Smith. And
Florida played them closer than anybody, but Florida came from behind to make it close. It wasn't like it was back and forth.
They had like 8 first-round.
Yeah, that was a special team.
Insane.
But, I mean, some of them teams he had that were so loaded didn't even win it.
No.
Didn't even win the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, no knock against him. It's always been competitive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the year Ohio State, well, that they won it. But Lane Kiffin took a Blake Sims-led quarterback team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. And they were up in that game at one time. Now, the Ohio State, obviously.
Then Coker won one.
Coker won one, but they had to fight to win it.
And that's just coaching. Guys, let me just say again, it's not the field is even now and Saban retired because it's more even. Do you know how many players in the first round that Bama's put in the NFL more than any other team? It's not even close.
Uh-huh.
So if it's rigged, like people kid about, then the NFL's on it too. Saban's not a good coach. All the players are not good, and the NFL is in on it just for some reason to prop Bama up, like they can pay them a bunch of money because they don't have the money like Texas and A&M does. But if money won titles, who would be the champs? A&M and Texas every year. Notre Dame would be the national champions every year.
Well, he gets good players. I mean, Trayvon Diggs. I was not crazy about Trayvon Diggs at Alabama. I thought he was good, but he went pro early. And I'm like, what's he doing? Guys, he goes and leads the NFL in interceptions. So they get studs. Their players are good.
It's just insulting to don't say you cover football, please. You can be just a jackhammer fan and go out here and whack around and be funny. Tennessee, Auburn fans and whatever, Georgia, that's fine. Well, Alabama, Nick Saban retired because it's more even. Okay, that's funny, but that's not reality.
Not true. Yeah.
Because on a macro level, not micro, a macro level, that's not how it is. So the DeBoer era has begun as of March the 8th.
Uh-huh.
They've started up. They'll run through the 17th of March and have their days here. And then the kids are having spring break. I think it'll be week after around here.
Yeah.
April the 13th will be a day game. I think it's at 2:00 Central. Milroe and Ty Simpson are taking most snaps. From what we heard, had music playing during practice.
Wow. I'm not a big fan of that, but a lot of people are.
Playing music. Energy was high on the field. Guys are running around, not walking to stations. Coaches are getting on their players. Coach Womack was yelling at his linebackers with Coach Roach. He's getting on their butts.
Yelling, huh?
Yeah, he was getting on them. They had the offensive coach, Coach Sheridan, was down there with the quarterbacks, Milroe, Ty Simpson, and we also seen Austin Mack. He did throw some balls, and from reporters saying Austin Mack is a head taller than anybody on the field.
Than anybody.
Head taller. He was the quarterback. Now, the new quarterback looks like he's going to be good. Running backs, Jam and Haynes are the guys. Haynes was taking first-round handoffs.
They're it, right?
Yes.
There's no doubt.
No doubt.
Okay.
The guys on the sideline are right here telling me, and Haynes is taking the first-round handoffs. Okay.
I'm looking at it.
And Jam is also taking them too. Now, freshman.
I like Jam.
Richard Young, and, of course, the Daniel Hill guy. Daniel Hill is good. Now, I told y'all about him last year. He's come in. He's a new young player. Keep your eyes open for Hill in the running back spot. You'll probably see him in the A-Day game. Also, offensive line center Parker Brasfold. He is from Washington.
Same what Haynes did in high school.
He's the center. He come from Washington that a lot of guys talked about. But James Brockheimer was the one snapping the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is again.
Go to it.
It's not like I'm really breaking big news, but there's not a lot of people going to tell you this.
Right.
They're not even going to tell you who's snapping the ball. They're just going to say, well, the guy from Washington come over, so he's probably going to be the one snapping the ball. That's what you get. You get jack wagon shows. Not a show that's been done 226 of just me and him together. Plus, I've done another 200 shows by myself.
You've done at least that.
I'm telling you.
And I've missed some.
I'm telling you.
He's probably done 400.
James Brockmeyer is the one taking the snaps. Okay. The Parker kid that come from Washington, we thought he would be the new center. He's not.
Well, a lot of times you think that stuff, and that's just not the way it is.
He's a junior. He was at Alabama last year. From left to right now. Here's your lineup. Left tackles. Pritchett's left tackle. Booker is left guard.
Good.
Brockmeyer's the center we just mentioned.
Very good.
The Jaden kid is a right guard. Jaden Roberts. And then the Wilkin Formby is going to be your right tackle. So those are guys across the line. We'll go back through it again. Pritchett, Booker, Brockmeyer at center. And on the right side, you got Jaden Roberts and Wilkin Formby. Now, I think I got two more here. These are just D-backs and some of the D-line. Okay, Bama D-backs at Spring. Hurley, guy coming from USC. Damian Jackson, the Macumba kid that come from Clay Chalkle.
Right.
He was out there taking reps with the first team. He played with the second team, but he took reps with the first.
Macumba did.
Yeah, because he's that good. It don't seem, from what our people are telling us, it didn't seem like he's going to start.
Well, he's just a freshman.
But
so was Caleb. Sorry.
Yes, but
he's just a freshman, but so was Caleb Downs.
Yes, but he's taking some snaps with the first team. Now Brown and of course Mincy, our guys are going to be back here. Coach Womack again, right here on the card. Loud coaching. Coaching them up. That's the words reported right there from Alabama. Linebackers Lawson.
No, we love him.
Campbell.
Love him.
Alexander. Jefferson. Caden Jones. I like him. And Sterling Dixon.
Well, let me ask you about somebody. I didn't hear you mention him in there, and we liked him over the year. Was Amos?
Yeah, he left.
Where did he go?
I think they're at.
I wonder why he left, because he was going to be pretty good.
Let's go. Did he go to Georgia?
He might have.
I think he did. I think he went to Georgia.
Let me see.
Yeah, he's not there. If it ain't on this list, he ain't there.
Well, I just thought he was very good.
He was.
Or going to be.
He could have been, but he decided he didn't want to roll the tide. So you know what they say.
Amos.
He can just roll on somewhere. Now, defensive line. Here's my guy, and I got a little star put next to him, Dino, so I'm already going to say defensive line. Who was my guy? Who did I brag on last year on defensive line?
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me you bragged on him all the time. What's it start with?
Okay. Keenan kid.
Keenan, yes.
Tim
yes.
Keenan. I like him. I
He went
like
to
how
Ole
he
Miss.
plays. Huh?
Trey Evans went to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah. And him, yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. He's going to go play for Golden, who he didn't even like when he was here. But
Right.
Tim Keenan,
Yes.
Tim Smith, Fago, Renaud, Renaud, and then Hill, and then Beeman.
Their D line's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Alabama's going to have a good defense.
And that linebacker crew I just mentioned, Campbell, Lawson, Alexander, Dixon. Look.
Well, especially Lawson and Campbell.
But I'm going to tell you right here, I put a star by this guy, and I go watch some of his old film. Caden Jones, he's different. Well, he played some last year in different packages, coming in and out. Very good. The only black cap that our reports have here, which black cap means no contest, besides the quarterbacks, was the C.J. Dupree, the tight end guy.
He's got it.
Yeah, he had a black cap on. He just means he can't have no contact. So he may have.
But he's probably going to be that tight end anyway.
Yeah, he must be dealing with some kind of injury.
So Milroe.
Him and Simpson are taking most of the
I just can't imagine Milroe, and I've had more than one person say this to me. They don't think he's going to be their quarterback.
No,
you're not one of those people.
I'm just telling you what people listening. Milroe is taking the snaps as the first team quarterback.
He is going to be their quarterback.
He's the quarterback, no doubt.
And I'll
he's
be
not
honest.
moving positions. He's not. Well, you think he would said over there on Twitter one day about no, he's your quarterback. Jalen Milroe, starting quarterback, Alabama.
Okay, I've got a good question.
Ty Simpson will be backing him up.
Where would they people even get that from? But it can't be because he had a bad game against Michigan. Let's be for real.
Yeah, it's just that people just talking.
Penix had a bad game against Michigan.
Just talking. Yeah, they had a bunch of 25-year-old men. They're supposed to be good.
I mean, they put pressure on you.
Well, he kept that team together for that reason to win a title, and hey, tips off to him, and he took off to NFL, and
Yeah, he'll do good.
Yeah.
See the Chargers coach?
Yeah.
And he played there some.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Now
we don't have to get into that.
Changing gears, the last team here, the old Auburn War Tigers.
How are the Auburn War Tigers doing? They're doing good in basketball, but how are they in football?
You want the good or the bad? Now, listen. Now
they're going to be better. You
can say, oh, he got that A hanging up back there. He's a bammer. He don't give equal coverage. What kind? Oh, here I'm going to give you. Listen, I'm going to tell you what it is. I got sideline stuff right here on the field. People seeing it. I'm getting it right here, right from people that was at practice. I'm writing it on this card from people that were on the sidelines. I'll start with the bad first.
Okay.
And any real Auburn fan, Anthony, if he's watching, whoever's Auburn fan will tell you, if they're real Auburn fans, they'll go, yeah, he's right.
Unfortunately. I have noticed that about some Auburn fans. They'll tell you. They're straight up and honest. We're not good, or we're
defensive backfield. They're in
good shape.
Bad.
Oh Lord.
A lot of.
You can't have.
They just ain't played a lot, man.
You can't have a bad secondary.
Just they hadn't played. Their guy, everybody left. Everybody, was going to the next, going on, moving on, go to the draft. They had like 7 guys invited to the combine.
Oh.
Auburn Tigers' second year of the freeze warning is in full effect. They'll be back in pads on the field Tuesday. We'll have somebody down there watching, so y'all can come back next Sunday and know more about your Auburn Tigers.
Damn it, Anthony.
Get after it, son. C1M player, big time player, which is the Cam Newton, that whole team stuff he does. He's got a guy, CJ Willie from Inner City Atlanta there, wide receiver. He's going to be there Tuesday. Now, how many people know that?
Not many.
More breaking news. And then next week, somebody say, CJ Willie showed up to Auburn last week. We've read about that. I'm telling you today, he's going to be there Tuesday. April the 6th is the day that Coach Freeze has picked for their spring Tiger Day, A-Day game. They'll be taking in full effect. Now, here's the bad news. The word new, it don't mean bad. It just means new.
Mm-hmm.
But if they want to win 8 or 9 games, then they're going to have to score a bunch of points.
He probably needs to win 8 this year to get people off his back.
Safety-wise, they're missing people. You're going to see some new faces. Caleb Wooden, he's going to be a guy that's going to have to be this spring at their spring game. Caleb Wooden is going to have to be better. He's going to have some shoes to fill. He's going to be. I think he's the only one with any experience back.
No, in the secondary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now the outside corner guy, Keontae Scott, he's got to be better. Mm-hmm. These guys are just going to have to play better because the Kaufman guy was so good last year. He's gone. Okay, these guys have moved on to go on. So Hood and Love will be two guys that need to fill in on these spots. Talking about playing outside corner or those type of spots. Mm-hmm. So Hood and Love are those guys. Robinson and there's a Thompson guy that come in from Texas that could fill some spot. He's got some playing time, so we'll see how it turns out.
He's got some experience
for Thompson, and he's from Texas. We'll see how it kind of turns out now. More of the defensive side of the ball. Lee and of course the McGriff guy. McGriff is back now. He's played some too, and then JD Rhyme, RHYM.
RHYM. Yeah, that'd be Rhyme.
JD Rhyme, big name. Played at Valdosta High School, so he's good.
Yeah, I would think.
He had 54 tackles last year at Auburn. JD, you Tigers, they need you this year. You're going to have to be better. Now, all the talk, and that's some of the worries. But you heard a few names in there that's played a little bit last year. But offense.
Yeah.
How much have you seen Facebook shared post? Auburn and got Cam Coleman, 5-star plus, 6'3", 240 pounds of I think he's about 6'3", 220. Big, strong runner.
He's like the other Ryan Williams.
Julio, he's bigger than Ryan.
Yeah. But him and Ryan Williams are 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Ryan won Mr. Football Alabama, and how Cam he run it back to back, and how Cam did, I don't know. I don't know. Right. Just numbers. So your wide receivers, Coleman and Thompson. Thompson is probably going to be on the way, but what's going to happen is the guys like Cam Brown, if he don't get better, he has a lot of these Auburn receivers. You remember games they dropped the ball?
Yeah.
Thrawn can only do. Hit you in the hands when you drop it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't think there was games he didn't play bad.
A lot of drops. Mm-hmm. So Mr. Cam Brown, Coleman will take your spot. He's a 5-star plus out of high school.
You think he's going to be the real deal right off the bat?
I think so. Phoenix City, they play high-level football. They know what's going on. Mm-hmm. Michael Riley, tight end. I don't know now how much with Derek Nix is calling offense now.
Yeah. Derek Nix from Etowah. If y'all didn't know that.
See, who else is telling you this, guys? Y'all got to subscribe.
And guys, him and Carnell was in the same backfield.
Tell somebody, man, this locker room sports, they give us news that I'm not hearing everywhere else. And then we hear it a week later and I heard that on locker room over there. Matt Todd said that.
Derek Nix, yeah.
The tight end. I'm curious how tight ends are going to be used in this offense.
Right.
I don't know.
It's going to be a little different, huh?
Courtney Taylor and, of course, Jay Fair. These are guys for receivers that you're going to have to be paying attention to. Now, the biggest question that I always get when I'm walking down the road, Big Matt, we love the show, talking about some basketball and stuff, but how's Auburn going to be in the quarterback room? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I wondered the same thing.
This is where you want to snuggle up to the phone. Just go ahead and pull the blanket on up close there and let's know Uncle Matt here. Peyton Thrawn is your starting quarterback.
Yes, returning.
Now, you can see by the look on my face, it's kind of disgusting, podcast listeners that are not seeing us. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of squinting like somebody's cut the cheese here in the room because that's what I'm just not a fan.
You're not a big fan. I think he runs the ball good. But, you got to be able to throw in this league.
If they can't, okay, I'll say this and I'll move to the next two guys and we'll get off here.
I got a good question.
If they don't if these three guys, and I'm going to tell you here, don't work out, and he don't get a guy out of the portal in the spring when it's open again, Auburn may be another 6 or maybe 7. Pushing 8 would be a huge season.
We'll see what you got here. You got 6.
I don't see him winning 8 games. I don't see this quarterback winning you guys 8 games. Not with that defense.
Well, ask me a question. Let me ask you a question. We know he's not 1 through 5. Probably. So would you put him in? He's not 5 through 10 top quarterbacks. He's 11 through 16, right?
Yeah.
He's not the worst quarterback in the conference, is he? I guess that's the question I'm asking you.
I guess what the kids would say now, he's mid. That's a term. Not good, but mid means he just kind of gets by. He can control the game, I guess. And we'll talk next week about their running game, and I want to get more into that. And I didn't have enough info on that, so I wanted to wait before I spilled into the running game so I could get all my ducks lined up before I just give you half information, because I don't want to do that. I want to treat our fans with utmost respect, that you have knowledge of the game just like we do. We're all just over here hanging out. But he's going to have to throw the ball. Now, they got people to throw it to.
Yeah, he's got to.
I'll just give you some good names here. Coleman, Thompson, the Thompson kid should be on his way. Cam Brown is going to have to be better. Taylor, and then Jay Fair. So,
wow,
I'm just not. I just don't see him winning a bunch of games.
I don't either, Matt. And he may be improved, but obviously we know who the top quarterbacks in the conference are. Will be Ewers and Nico, of course. Vandergriff might be. Brady Cook. I don't know where Peyton fits in there.
There's a guy.
Milroe's going to be good.
Auburn is trying to. I mean, they have some other guys.
I got to mention Beck.
Yeah,
Sorry.
absolutely. A freshman from Savannah, Georgia, the Griner kid, 6'3", 212 pounds. He's on campus at Auburn, redshirt sophomore, and of course Hank Brown, redshirt freshman, then Walker White, freshman.
Transfer. I saw him. I saw something.
Now Hank Brown, he played at Lipscomb. Okay, 22 champs.
Yeah,
3,200 yard passing, 47 touchdowns, 3 picks on the year. It's pretty good.
Do you think that
Hank Brown, Lipscomb,
Freeze knows something we don't?
Lipscomb's in Tennessee.
There may be somebody. The portal's going to open up again, right? When?
That'll be after spring, probably in April.
I mean, has he got something is he on the down low? Is there a big name coming in?
No, they're all took. Some people assume Cam Morton. He went to Miami.
Yeah.
It's been told through my sources that I keep up with for Auburn. Hugh Freeze said he don't want to. Let me take these. My ears are burning.
Oh, yeah. Good. You don't think nothing about it till you take them off.
Hugh Freeze don't want to throw a wrench in the system in the locker room in Auburn. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Imagine being Hank Brown or Walker White or Peyton Thron.
And somebody else comes in.
And Cam Ward shows up.
Yeah. And none of you's going to be the quarterback.
Why, he really likes us. He cares about us. No, I want to win. You guys are a bunch of jackwagons. If you want to transfer, then go ahead and get out, and we're going to win games here at Auburn. I'm tired of being the good old buddy network. We're going to smoke cigars and talk about Yellowwood lumber on the sideline, and we're going to win 7 games next year. And I'm the laughing stock of the SEC, and what people said about me is I just can't never really win a lot of big games, and just I can throw some stuff together once in a while. He's brought in the defensive coordinator guy from Maryland.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then Nick's, but the coordinator guy, there's a lot of keying going on, laughing behind closed doors about him hiring that guy.
Really?
Yes. So if he feels like if he goes in the portal and brings in a quarterback, it may cause disarray in the locker room, and he may lose them. I could too. But what do you want to do? Keep the kids happy or win? If you don't win, guess what? You'll be bumping on down the road.
I think he needs to win 8. I don't think they'll fire him, but to keep him off his back, he needs to win 8. And I don't know that they can. Their schedule's brutal. You know, you got Auburn, Georgia.
Thrawn, who had started up.
Alabama and Georgia, LSU.
Yeah, Auburn's schedule, dude. They play the best two teams in the conference on a
regular
lock.
Basis.
Georgia, Bama
every year,
and now they're going to add Texas and Oklahoma in the mix too next coming years.
Yeah.
Texas for sure is going to be trouble. Thrawn, who had played 2 seasons up at Michigan State before coming down here, giving up some of his stats and something. FBS starter. And this Griner kid I just mentioned, that's from Savannah. He appeared in 5 games last season, completing 5 of 15 pass attempts and with interceptions. Brown, I mentioned that he was 7 for 9, threw for 132 yards against Maryland in their loss in the ball game.
7 for 9.
Yeah, I mean, he just come in and did mop up, dude. Maryland, they shouldn't. Yeah, they lost the ball game. Remember, they got embarrassed.
Yeah,
I wasn't really
bad.
Yeah, I wasn't preparing for the ball game. I was recruiting players. Idiot! What kind of comment is that?
Yeah,
why would he say that? That's as bad as Kelly's at the halftime. Notre Dame Bama saying, "I just hope they don't come back out after halftime."
That was funny.
You can't say that.
I mean, he got in trouble over it, but that was hilarious.
I
guess that was a compliment to Alabama.
Yes, it was, but you can't do.
No.
Freeze fired Philip Montgomery and brought in Derek Nix. Nix, who has spent the past 16 seasons at Ole Miss, is Auburn's 7th offensive coordinator in many years. He hasn't been a play caller, though. Freeze is expected to have a more direct role in the scheme, along with new quarterbacks coach Kent Austin, who's a veteran assistant who was
I've heard of him.
Offensive coordinator under Freeze at Liberty. Of course, he come with him. The limiting question is whoever that Auburn will pursue at quarterback in the spring portal. Although Thrawn has not been the most efficient passer, there's potential for growth and so on and so forth. Now, here's the other guy. Remember, I've been telling you for a week. Walter White, Matt, you ain't told us about him. Why are you not studying on him? He's going to be our guy. Auburn fans on Twitter page right now watching. When I said Walter White, we probably just gained another 500 views. Little Rock, Arkansas Christian Academy. Walter White, 4-star kid. 4,000 yards, 48 touchdowns his senior year, 1,300 rushing, 21 rushing touchdowns.
21 rushing touchdowns.
Good play action kid, but he needs to work on his touch on the ball, which is he's 18 years old.
I like the fact that he played at Lipscomb.
No, that's the other guy.
I mean, the other kid.
Yeah, Hank Brown.
Yeah.
He's a passer.
I mean, that's what I meant. I like the one.
Hank Brown played at Lipscomb, won the championship, over 3,200 yards.
Yeah.
But White, he's from Arkansas Christian Academy.
They're talking a lot about him.
A lot, because he's going to fit. If you throw for four grand and 48 touchdowns and run for 1,321 on the ground,
my gosh.
He fits Freeze's RPO style. Yes.
5,300 yards and 70 touchdowns, guys.
Walter White. So he's a 4-star kid. His problem is just what I said. He needs work on his touch on the football, throwing those little timing patterns in the corner end zone, and you can work on that. You can work on those things.
Yes.
But Hank Brown, however, he is a guy. Now this kid, this is 24/7 Sports. I didn't have him on my report, and this Holden Griner kid from Savannah is on this report through ESPN. But it wasn't on the report that I got.
So do you think there's a good chance that
Walter White,
Brown or White dethrones?
I don't know what Auburn's going to do.
Peyton?
I just can't get behind him.
I'm being honest. He didn't have great passing stats.
I'm just being honest. I was never an Ashford. The only thing Ashford can throw was a good punch trying to knock that guy off Cam. That's the best thing he's ever thrown.
I wasn't a big Ashford.
He can't hit the –
He can run the ball.
He's a receiver athlete. He's not.
They've got to get out of this.
Somebody lied to him somewhere down the line. And I'm sorry. He's probably a nice kid, and he may catch me out here and sucker punch me in the back like he hit that guy that was dragging on Cam Newton at that fight. And that's fine. And I don't mean to insult you personally, but watching him play, obviously I'm right because they moved him from quarterback. He just wasn't the guy.
Right. No, he was not.
And
that happened.
And Thrawn was just a little better, but that don't mean he's good. Auburn's got a quarterback problem still. Brown or White. There's your color crayon box. Pick one, because I don't think it's Thrawn. But if he don't beat him out, this Freeze go to the portal saying, God, this is just no better than it was. What am I going to do?
I got a feeling he may go to the portal.
Defensive backfield is,
I think he's got some people coming in.
Defensive front up line, they're going to be okay.
I'm excited. I'm anxious. I don't want to say excited because it's a week away, but I'm anxious to hear about the running backs. Pretty good.
Yeah. They're supposed to be.
Good as the past few years.
I don't know.
Bigsby, Hunter.
Yeah. I don't. That's some of those are generational nearly talents.
Yeah, Bigsby was pretty good, which we thought he would be.
Man, yeah. When I seen that picture of him in high school,
when you talk to a kid that says, I went to try to tackle him, and it just wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't going to happen.